tonight, I'm here to listen. I want to hear your ideas. And at the end of the evening, I'm going to check that you think you've been heard, because that's what it's about, your opportunity to be heard. We want to put pharmacy at the center of service delivery, but we want to put patients within that at the center of service delivery. So it's about how do we look at that pharmacist-centric, community-based service delivery. Our future models need to be collectively designed with consumer engagement, with consumer input, with your input. And so that's what we're looking for this evening. We want to hear your ideas, your thoughts, and we want to hear your innovation. And your innovation is really important because lots of times other people have better ideas than me. So my wife tells me, repeatedly. So tonight we're going to have a desire and a drive for broader stakeholder engagement. We're going to aspire to achieve something different than what we currently have. And with a bit of luck, we'll capture some local innovation and we'll capture some input that we can put into the big pot of ideas that will become the next model. You will know about CPSA. So for those of you who might not, there was a contract that was developed and started in the beginning of July 2012, and that led to quite a lot of change in the pharmacy sector. That model was designed to try and move us to a more patient-centric view of the world. It was designed to help cap some of the funding concerns that DHB has had, but actually many of us would agree that it didn't go far enough in terms of service delivery, i.e. pharmacists are quite frustrated about what it hasn't delivered in the service delivery department. So it's an opportunity to have some conversation around that tonight as well. What new services can we make? Having said all that, there are some lessons learned. One of the things that we have learned is that we need broader engagement and we need some transparency. Consumers are actually interested in cost. Consumers are actually interested in input. They want to be in from the start, through the middle, and through the end. And we've also heard that consumers are interested in what affects them. And we have a consumer clip for you to hear tonight, which actually is really quite a good little 30-second video clip that's been played around the country, just to get a flavor for some of the things that we can think about. We need to adapt our business models, and I have to say and acknowledge and openly acknowledge that pharmacists have adapted their business models over the last several years. We've changed the contracts, and you've been very good about trying to change the model and develop and work with what it is that you've had. The latest contract is very difficult to understand what your paycheck will look like at the end of the month. You've adapted well, and we thank you for that. But let's move it forward and see if we can unbundle some of that confusion.
Can I just check, Andrew, so has that contract been signed as yet? Or
that's the 2012 one.
Okay.
And so now we're going to feed into the 2016 version.
Sure, okay.
Yep.